Solomon Mahlangu Freedom College in Tanzania. And to tell us more about this student exchange program, we are now joined right here in the studio by the director of Somafco, Tlholo Mohlathe. Tlholo, good afternoon and thanks for joining us. What exactly is the whole idea behind this competition and student exchange?
Well, we've been running it on seven occasions before, but the competition assists us in identifying young people between the ages of 18 and 35 who get to travel to Tanzania, all expenses paid, particularly to go to Morogoro, where the Solomon Mahlangu Freedom College was. It started in 1977 after the youth uprising in 1976. Yeah. So basically, we take them through to learn about a South African history that's in the heart of Tanzania.
That's very interesting. So when you say students, is it open to all students, and at what level, and who and how should they apply?
It's open to people between the ages of 18 and 35, across gender, across race, and we run an essay writing competition. So the competition will have various topics, and from which we then receive submissions, and then we give them to independent adjudicators. And if you win, then you get to go to Tanzania. We start in Dar es Salaam, we go to Morogoro, where we spend most of the time, and then we go to Zanzibar for the last 2 days. Last year, though, we introduced, supported by the Department of Arts and Culture, we introduced a 2-day leg in South Africa, where some youth from Tanzania also came back with us. So that is how it's now evolving into an exchange program.
Well, the itinerary looks quite exciting, but let's talk about the experience itself. When they go to Morogoro, when they go to Zanzibar, what will they see? What will they experience?
So on the first day, we've got a cultural program, which is predominantly backed by the National Heritage Council, where the High Commissioner to South Africa will then join the group that has arrived from South Africa. Then we are also joined by youth from Tanzania who've been identified.
Right.
And we go through the common history between South Africa and Tanzania, where it starts, how we got to have some land given to us in Morogoro. That's on the first day. Then the second day is dedicated towards travel from Morogoro from Dar es Salaam to Morogoro, which is about 4 hours. When we get there, there's a reception by the regional commissioner who reinforces the story between South Africa and Tanzania, tells us about Morogoro, what's happening in Morogoro, what happened in Morogoro as well. And then we do a heritage tour on the second day, and an annual lecture is then delivered we've had Minister Malusi Gigaba, Deputy Minister Manana, former President Motlanthe, Advocate Sonwabile Manqothwa, and Deputy Minister Obed Bapela. So we've had different stakeholders coming on the tour, and the idea is that we need to be building on that rich legacy that we share. And use that as a means to support our drive to unite the African continent.
And quickly, once the students then return to South Africa, how then do they impart the experience, the knowledge that they've learned to Tanzania, from Tanzania to their peers?
So it's not only during the actual tour, it's pre the tour. So the competition happens, for instance, on Facebook and so on, where we talk about the history. And friendships are developed, but most of the time what we've seen is that people are inspired by the history of Somafco, and they've started initiatives. There's a guy, Puleng Motla, who's been there, fortunately, twice. He's now trading, for example, with people in Tanzania. Last year, we particularly looked at that aspect and said, what happens post the tour? We need something more substantial taking place. So we introduced a process where we identify entrepreneurs, because we want them to actually trade with counterparts in Tanzania. In that way, we are resolving common challenges of youth unemployment.
And just quickly, Tlholo, before we let you go, then where do the students have to apply? Is there an email address? Is there a website that they need to go to?
Yes, they can find information at Soma-fco Trust, at somafcotrust.org.za or oret.org.za. But on our Twitter account, that's where we announce our activities. On the 23rd of this month, we'll be launching the first phase of this year's competition. So we'll make sure that we engage and we communicate with stakeholders to find out about the tour.
Well, there you have it there, students. It's quite a unique and exciting opportunity to travel to Tanzania and also experience the Solomon Mahlangu Freedom College in Morogoro in Tanzania. I think it's a chance that every student should really cherish. But once again, thanks to Tlholo Mohlathe, the director at Somafco.
Thank you.